Which career option is best for you, the career that will make you successful and you will not regret your career choices. See, I feel it is very important to understand, is this the right career for you as per your horoscope, as per your Vedic astrology chart? Because see, you are going to have a lot of fluctuation in your career and at one point or the another. Once you know that you're on the right path, yeah, so you understand that this is a temporary phase, I will be over with it. But if you do not know that you're on the right path, you're in the right career, so then you'll start thinking about switching job, you start thinking about doing a side hustle, you start taking a lot of stress, and this is directly going to affect your clarity, your mental health. So it is very important in today's day and time, and especially today's market. It is very important to understand whether you are in the right profession or not. Now, to understand profession, we need to understand in detail. First of all, whenever we are talking about your job, we are talking about your sixth house. That is very important. Same, whenever we are talking about business, we are talking about the seventh house. But when it is about social media, when it is about startups, so you have to look at the third house. And you would have heard a lot about the 10th house. But why only the 10th house? See, 10th house is how you will be at work, or you can say how will you perform at work. So it depends on the planet that is sitting over there. You can be doing any sort of work. It doesn't matter what sort of work you're doing. Your working style would be dictated by a planet sitting in your 10th sign. For example, you have Saturn sitting in your 10th sign, right, in the 10th house. Right, what is going to happen? You are going to be a slow and a steady worker, but you'll be very consistent at your job. Same if you have Sun sitting in your 10th house, what would happen? You would be a person who would be known for the work you do. The work can be good, the work can be bad, but you would be famous at your workplace. If it's Moon, your performance will be very inconsistent. Either you're the best worker of that month, you're the best performer of that month, or you're the worst performer. That is going to happen. If it's Mars, so you will be very passionate about your work that you're going to do, and until and unless you're challenged or you're not passionate about your work, you're not going to perform at your work. And if it's Mercury, you need to be very careful, because Mercury is like a small child, like a prince. So people are going to cage you as slaves. They're going to make sure, they're going to make you a bit happy and then get a lot of work done from you. So you have to be very careful, but you will enjoy your work a lot. Or you will have a tendency to joke, you'll have a tendency to listen to music, enjoy while doing work. You'll be that type of person. Same if you have Jupiter at work, your performance mode is locked. Right now you're in learning mode, and these people tend to struggle in this department. They keep on learning, they keep on upgrading themselves, but they're not able to perform. They have the capacity to perform, but something or the other thing is stopping them. And it is generally them who are always in learning mode and not in execution mode. So this is where the problem is. And if it's Venus, then you're going to be very devoted toward your work. And one of the best thing is, you would be very specific toward your work, that you have to do work in this way, in this particular manner, and this is how you're going to do it. So you will see, you will have some problems with your bosses, with the authority, because you will be very specific that I want to get this work done in this way. So until and unless you are in superior positions, you will keep on having problems with the authority. So this is how you can look at it. But this is your way of working. The topic of video is how will, or what type of career will make you successful. Now there are different categories of work. If the work is very intellectual, it is ruled by Mercury, it is ruled by Jupiter. So all the scientists, lawyer, all the finance guys, they come under this category. If the work is very aesthetic, right, so it will be ruled by Venus. All the fashion industry, all the clothing industry, they come under all the art, all this, so they can come under the purview of Venus. If the work is very economical or affects the economics, it will come under Sun and Moon. Like all of the diplomats, all of the politicians, they come under this. All of the big manufacturers, right, so they can make and break the economy. That type of work would come under the economical Sun and Moon, right? If the work is very labor intensive, then it will come under the purview of Saturn. So all the factory workers, all the agriculture, all the mill workers, they will come under so it can be a factory owner also, or a worker in the factory also, or worker in the warehouse also. Well, see, it completely depends on what type of money yogas you have, what type of Dhan yogas, Raj yogas you have in your chart. If you have good amount of Raj yogas, you will be the factory owner. If you don't have this, you will be the factory worker. Both are ruled by Saturn. It completely depends where your chart is placing you at. At the same time, if it's routine job, like shopping assistant, right, shop assistant, or general worker at your workplace, they will all come under Rahu and Ketu. Mercury has a dual role because it has a lot of duality in it. So Mercury will also take care of all the trading jobs. So all of the jobs that requires, like grocery shop, stationery shop, these will all come under the purview of Mercury also. Right now, these planets, now let's go a bit more in depth. These planets, they also have their specific professions. Like, let's talk about Sun. Sun, a lot of the medical field is ruled by a Sun. All the IS officer, IPS officer, all the diplomats, they will also be seen by Sun. All of the people that is coming under government, working for the government or working in the government, right? This will be seen by Sun also. Let's talk about Moon. Moon, all of the tours and travel related work, all the work related to paints, hotel industry, or liquid medicine, this will be seen by Moon itself. When you talk about Mercury, all of the work that is related to analytics, communications, social media, mass marketing, right, this will be seen by Mercury. But also, when you talk about practicality, the manufacturer of specs, works related to specs, or work related to video games, like we have a number of video games releasing, so all the studios, they have their Mercury ruled, right? Same way, when you look at Jupiter, so all of the education, all of the finance related work, all of the work related to architecture, gold would be seen under Jupiter. When we talk about Venus, all of the work that is very aesthetic, so all of the fashion industry will be seen by Venus. At the same time, all the artists, social media anchors. But let's talk about practicality. So all of the, if you want to open a banquet hall, Venus. If you want to open a nightclub, again it will be seen by Venus. If it's Saturn, so Saturn, what would happen under Saturn is all of the heavy machinery work, all of the iron related, well, iron rebars they make for construction of the home, so that can be seen by Saturn. All of the work, you can say work related to coal, would also be seen by Saturn. Saturn is also for finance, but it will be finance management. So that is the work of the Saturn. And at the same time, if it's Rahu, it will be a lot of related to IT, data centers, right? Data scientists. But Rahu has a lot of range. So you will also see tobacco related work related to Rahu. You will see all of the sanitizer work, all the filtration work related to Rahu. So there are different categories. And so if you go by Ketu, scrap material, you'll also see by Rahu. And if you go by Ketu, all the work that is related to wires, work related to cables will be seen by Ketu. Video editing will also be seen by Ketu. So different planet have different capabilities. Now, what is you are going to do? You are going to check where your Lagna Lord is sitting, because everything is going to be related to your Lagna, and Lagna is going to be the driver. If you read all of the scriptures, all of the books on astrology, you are going to find out that Lagna is very important, and wherever Lagna goes, you have to just follow that. If you start doing that work, automatically you land on that job only. But it depends how you are going to go for it, how you are going to pursue it. Now I'll give you an example. See, now let's talk about Lagna first, ascendant first. See, your ascendant, if it's in the first house, if the number is 1 and it is Mars, 2 and 7, Venus, 3 or 6, it's Mercury, 4, it is Moon, 5th, it is Sun, 9 or 12, it is Jupiter, 10, 11, it is Saturn. So you have to see where your Lagna, where is your ascendant going and sitting in which houses. That is, and the key that you have to check with. Now, just a few days back, I did a consultation for an individual. They had Aquarius ascendant, and the Saturn went and sat in the 9th house, and it was sitting with Jupiter, it was sitting with Mercury. Now, the information that I told you, just take the information from that. What is the common theme between all of these? If you see the common theme, Mercury, accountant, calculations. Jupiter, finance, education. Saturn, again, taxation, finance management. Saturn, they were working in the finance field for so long. If it's Sun and Moon, right? If it's Sun and Rahu, so what is going to happen then? If it's Sun and Rahu, a politician. If it's Moon and Rahu, the person is going to be the brilliant salesman, right? Sun Rahu can also be alternative medicine. If Sun is making a good association with the 6th house, it can be a doctor. But then in doctor, whether you want to go for pharmacy or whether you want to go for a specialization, that you would have to figure it out. So there are different factors that you have to check. Same in case of, if I say a Sun Rahu is politician, if a newcomer is coming, see, all of the politicians that comes to me, they only have one question: when and where and how will I get the ticket, and will I get elected, right? So you have to see what is the dasha going on, what is the planetary time period going on, whether the house that is going to give them that ticket is active or not. If that is active, they are surely going to get elected, they'll get the ticket, they'll get elected. But if it's not, then you'll have to do a lot of remedies, a lot of pariharas, a lot of anushthan, and then at the end it is going to happen. But then again, they will have to keep on doing it because it is not supported by the chart. Either they would have to wait for the right dasha, right period, then only it is going to happen. So that is also a very tricky part. So you understand this, choosing the right profession, going into the right direction is very important. It is very important for your mental health, but getting it done from a good astrologer is also the key, so that you know that you are on the right path. If you are learning, it is very, very good. You can just use this framework that I've told you and you will get the answer. Now let's talk about the secret insight and remedies that I will do. Now the secret insight is very easy. If there's a house in your chart, not everyone would have it, but if there's a house in your chart where majority of planets are sitting, like 3, 4, 5 planets are sitting in there, just go ahead and blindly do the work of that house. You are automatically going to get success in it. That is one of the best kept secrets if you know of astrology. Suppose you have 4 planets sitting in your third house. What is going to happen? Do any work related to social media. Again, what type of work? It is going to be vlog, it is going to be astrology, you are going to be teaching some stuff, or it's going to be music, but that's a different thing. But what's the work? Social media. Start doing work on social media, you'll automatically get success. If it's in the 4th house, you can become a good vastu practitioner, you can become a good architect, you can become a good interior designer. Best work for you. Let's talk about if multiple planets are sitting in your 5th house. What you can do, you can go ahead, become a sports person, you can become an artist. It's going to be best way. You can go into consultancy business, best business for you. If it's sitting in the Scorpio sign or in the 8th house, you can become astrologer, you can become a healer, you can become a spy, you can become a surgeon, you can become a researcher. So there are a lot of options. So you can go into this respective field whenever that dasha, it will keep on activating those houses, your work will keep on running. Again, checking on the dasha is also very, very important. Why dasha is important? Because dasha is going to support your environment. So if you are running a softer planet dasha, right, a planet like Venus, so your environment is going to be soft. But if it's a harsher planet like Saturn, Mars, or the harshest of them all, Sun, the environment around is going to be intense. So that is also you can work out. Similar way, you can see which planet is sitting in your 4th house and 9th house. If in the 4th house and 9th house, or either of them, or especially in the 9th house, if there are softer planets like Venus, Moon, Jupiter, your work will be non-technical, more towards the non-technical side of things. Even you'll be in profession of technical, your specific work will be non-technical. Suppose it is harsher planets, Mars, Saturn, Sun sitting over there. So your work will be very technical. This can be used to find out what type of stream you want to go ahead and get your work done, right? So this is where you can use astrology to find out what is the best thing for you. And once you sort out this work related thing, you can focus on all the good things in your life. You can start focusing on your family, start planning vacation, start doing something for yourself, start on your hobbies. Like, so there's so much to life apart from work. We're not meant to do this type of menial work, back-to-back routine work, right? There's so much to life. So once you figure out what's the right profession for you that will make you successful, you can focus on another thing in life. So you can book a consultation for that. But due to some reason you're not able to book the consultation, I'll give you 3 remedies that will sort out your work. First is you need to go online and search for Mahamrityunjay mantra, right? Start listening to it, and sooner or later you'll get hang of it, and then you can, with the right pronunciation, you can start speaking also. Do 1 mala every single day. It is going to work wonder for your profession. All of the office politics, all of the problems that you're facing at work will just melt away. Second remedy is, if you have a lot of expenses, so your incoming money versus outgoing money. So outgoing money is more, your expenses are more than the income. What you can do, is you can go to a Ganesh mandir every Wednesday and offer meetha pan, right? That will take care of the debt, that will make sure that debt doesn't rises, and sooner or later will start giving you opportunity so that the debt goes down. Very brilliant remedy, one of the best secrets to control your debt. So once your debt is under control, you still, whatever work you're doing, you still like your work. But if the expenses are more, you start hating your work, like what type of work you're doing, because you're not able to cover up your expenses. Similar way, if you're abroad, you can't do this, you do not have the access to Ganesh mandir, you cannot get pan put over there. So what you can do is, I'll give you this third remedy. You can do the first remedy, and the third remedy is start putting all of your work related, business related, job related good documents in the north of your home. So your CV, your opportunity letter, maybe your field attender, you can put it over there so that you attract more positive energy and more positive opportunity. So this is something that you can do. This is going to be very, very, very beneficial for you. So start doing this remedies. The best thing would be taking a consultation, but the remedies would definitely help you. So start doing this. And if you want which houses all of the plants are sitting in, and if you want a complete description, you can just comment down, I'll just make a video on that also, right? And start solving your work, right? Because once you solve your work, there's so much to life that you can do. I hope all of your problems related to your work, related to your personal life, they just go away and you start living a more happy, better life, right? I'll come up with such more topics. Till then, like, share and subscribe. Namaste.